All right, people, you're welcome back to the show. Don't forget, as I've told you before, we'll be talking about youth inclusiveness in the election. And I'm not here alone because I told you before that we're having a guest, and my guest is here with me in the show. So, sir, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me this morning.
I'm super excited. I'm having a lively youth here with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this rare opportunity to air out my view concerning the subject matter that is very germane,
very key
in this current Nigerian politics dispensation. It's a great privilege once again. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks
morning.
for coming.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Like we were mentioning youth. Some of us does not even know what age and who are the youth. So can you just tell us who are these youth we are really talking about?
Thank you
Who is the youth?
so much. When we are trying to define the demography of youth, we must understand that different countries have different definition about who are the youth.
Okay.
Like the UNO have different definition. Nigeria Constitution specify who are the youth in Nigeria. That the youth should be within the range of 19 and 35.
Okay, 19 and 35 specifically.
Or 15 and 24.
Okay.
In Nigeria Constitution, we're looking at youthful age at the age of, let me see, 19 and 35 years of age.
I'd like you to tell us a little about, the youth inclusiveness in politics. What can you say about that? Are they really carried along?
Thank you. I think it's a matter of great importance for all of us as youth to understand the youth really carried along in the scheme of things, because when you look at the demography of our population, youth have the largest population. When talking about voting strength, youth have the largest voting strength, and that demography must not left behind in the scheme of things. Let's come to the issue of inclusiveness. We have seen that our fathers have been occupying the stage for long. Those who have been occupying the stage from 1960, they are the one recycling, they are the one evolving themselves from
coming back again
to occupy the political space without giving chance to the youth. I think this really give youth a sleepless night.
Okay.
That led to a campaign or advocacy for not too young to run. And at the end of the day, it was signed by Mr. President Mahmoud Buhari, and these have expanded the constitutional or democratic space for youth to participate in politics. But to our dismay or to our surprise, we cannot say not too young to run. It is more, or it has to go beyond signing into law.
You want to see it working.
That is, when you say not too young to run, there must be a conducive environment where this policy, where this law will be practicable. That is, did youth have the money to run? It's a big question. It is not only constitutional amendment. It must go beyond constitutional amendment. Did youth have the financial capacity to withstand the money bags, the heavyweight political leaders, actors who have been in the system for 30 years, for 40 years? Can we compete with them in terms of buying the party ticket? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. That's why I said it is beyond not too young to run. It is beyond signing it into law. Because recently, APC pegged their party, presidential party ticket 100 million naira. And they must slice it to 50 million naira for youth. Let me tell you, can youth still have the money
to buy that
ticket? Not only APC, other political party. These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Youth are economically poor or financially poor, that they cannot fund election, because election in any democracy is very expensive. You need to go for rally, you need to buy the form, you need to mobilize delegates, and as we know, you cannot take away finance or money from election.
You have to be buoyant.
These are the questions. I said it's beyond just signing into law, but that the system must be favorable, that the youth can really involve, can really have a sense of belonging. It's not. It's much more constitutional amendment. We are seeing a paper they are signed not young to run into. Did they have the financial capacity to compete with the money bags? Because whether you like it or not, money is involved in election.
Very well, very true. Yeah, like you've said all this now, I really learned a lot from you. But then we would like to wrap up this a little and go on a short break, and then we'll continue the show as we keep the questions rolling. So thank you for watching, Star, for joining us today.
Thank you.
You have been dishing intelligence, or you've been dishing serious education to people out there, and I've been enjoying our discussion since you've been here. Yeah, you know, I would like to ask you this question. What do you think are the qualities of a good leader, specifically here in Nigeria? What do you think they should have before they can come in to be our leaders?
Thank you. It's not far-fetched than patriotism.
Okay.
Patriotism. What have lost, leadership in Nigeria that have led to corruption, that have led to maladministration, that have led to poverty, that have led to negligence or to duties is patriotism.
Okay.
Because when leaders have patriotism, they will be just. When leaders have patriotism, there will be fair. There will be fairness. When leaders have patriotism, there will be good governance. What is patriotism? The feeling of love your nation. When you love your nation, you do your best. When you love your nation, you serve the people. When you love your nation, you contribute your quota. But when that spirit of patriotism is not there, my dear, that's what we are seeing today.
And that's why they will lead
corruption.
People anyhow.
People are looting billions of naira meant for the welfare of the people. Why? It's because there's no patriotism. If there is patriotism, you cannot steal public fund. If there is patriotism, you be accountable to the people who give you that that opportunity to serve. This is the one and the only quality, because all other qualities embedded in this patriotism. We must have this we must be patriotic. As a citizen, we must be. When you are patriotic, you are ready to die for your country. When you are patriotic, you are ready to do anything for the progress, for the development, for the growth of your country. And I'm advising our Nigerians or our leaders aspiring for one position or the other, because this is what we call social contrast. When you're going into election, it is called social contrast, because people are giving you their trust, and it is expected of the leader who are aspiring for that position to give back to the people, and that's what is called dividend of democracy. There must be that spirit of patriotism in every individual aspiring to occupy one position or the other at all levels, either being a president, being a governor, being a senator, being a state house assembly, a councillor, a ward chairman, even being a parent, even being a citizen. We need to be patriotic. When we are patriotic, we cannot receive money to vote during election.
I like that word you just mentioned now.
Vote buying. We can kill vote buying through patriotism, because we need to see beyond the money to vote credible leader. Yes, we have credible leaders who are ready to serve, but that spirit of patriotism is not there. We are only interested in the material things, in the money. And the money, the 1,000 we collect, the 5,000 people collect, cannot even enough for 4 years. But when we vote, or we voted a credible leader who have that spirit of patriotism, I'm telling you, you will enjoy more than the 5,000 naira you are being given in the polling unit.
That very day.
Yeah, for that very day. That the qualities I am praying those who are coming should possess is this spirit of patriotism. Because when they possess this spirit,
they'll serve the
my
nation
sister, I'm
in
telling
their
you that.
hearts.
Because let's look at the nationalists who fought for the independence of Nigeria. What drive their passion? What drive the vision? What drive their energy? What drive their strength? It's patriotism. They fought for the independence of this nation. What the difference is between then and now is this patriotism we are saying. We must revive this spirit. Let me tell you, we must even begin to teach it at secondary school, at primary school level, at family level, at church level, at mosque level.
Yeah.
Everywhere, we must be patriotic. We must see Nigerian first before other things. We must see the welfare of the people before other. If leaders are patriotism or are patriotic, let me tell you, this spirit of self-centeredness will not be there. The current leaders we are having today, they are problem. People are suffering. People are dying. Why? Because we have leaders who are not patriotic enough. Hearing day out, we are reading newspaper.
And things are happening.
You are seeing this one person stole billions of naira. This one person stole billions of naira. You imagine, did Nigeria still have this amount of money? And at the end of the day, during our budgetary year, we still go out and borrow money. And this money we went to borrow to finance our budget, our leader will still come and loot it.
All right, sir.
It's like we borrow to loot. You get the point? That's why you see that at the end of the day, our budget will not even have 60% implementation before we enter another cycle of budgetary, because we borrow trillions of naira to finance our budget, and at the end of the day, that money we borrow, it will be looted again by our leaders. And the following year, we still go and borrow money, and it will be looted again. And at the end of the day, Nigeria will not. Let me tell you, Nigeria, we are too rich to be poor. We are too rich in terms of population. We are the most populated black country in the world. We have all the natural resources to think of, but our problem is leadership. Until to get it right at leadership level, we'll continue to run in the same circle of the same problem we are facing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But this one last question is what I'll throw to you before we wrap up the show. And the question is, as a youth leader, because you've been leading the youth, as a youth leader, and then you've been putting youths together, what is your call and advice to the youths before, during, and after the elections?
So thank you so much. We are approaching election year.
Yes.
Let me say we are entering.
We are already in the year.
Already in the year.
Yes.
Because by special grace of God, by next month, maybe we'll be having our first shot of the election. My advice to the youth is that you can be one of the leaders aspiring for this position. Okay. If you die for them, you die for nothing.
I like that word. Okay.
Yes. Election no be war. As youth, we need to shine our eyes. Because if you allow them to use you as an instrument of violence, you have yourself to be blamed. No politician would like to identify his or herself to any talk.
True.
And if you die as a talk, no politician
will bury you.
Even we will come and pay courtesies or pay visit to your parents, say sorry, this your guy was my talk. They will distance from your corpse. What I'm saying is that let election be peaceful, let election be credible, and let election be free and fair. We must try at all time, or we must try to ensure that we do not involve ourselves in any electoral violence. Because if you die for nothing. Let me tell you, man, politicians, they are not enemies. It is just a different, or it is just when they have different interests that you see them fighting. And at the end of the day, they'll still come and become friends. Settle each other. But youth, what is your interest? Recently, I think some times ago, President Muhammadu Buhari called Atiku to be the father to his son during his wedding.
Yeah.
Recently, Fanika Ore and Dino Milai embraced themselves. Why youth of these two people are fighting each other, killing themselves? No amount of money is greater than human life, is greater than your life. Life has no duplicate. If you lost it, you lost it. And what are the account are you going to give to your maker? when you return? Are you going to tell him you died because of this person?
Because of Togri.
Because of Togri? Advice as we're going into this election, shun election violence. Go to the polling unit, exercise your franchise. It's your constitutional right to vote. Go there, cast your vote, ensure your vote counts, and live peacefully. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your words. Thank you so much for enlightening the people. Thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate your coming and your contributions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, viewers, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. This is where we draw our curtains today. And one key thing my guest said today that I pick point is that election no be war. If you die, nobody, like, you're gone and then you're gone for nothing. So youth out there, why not just pick up your life and then think well, reason well, vote, because the vote is your right. And also after the voting, just ensure let's just stay peacefully and make Nigeria a better place. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, this is Insight on Electoral Matters and you're with Ojoma Yusuf. Bye for now.